Hasta la vista, baby.
Arnold Schwarzenegger has plenty of nicknames, including Mr. Universe, Arnie, the Austrian Oak, and the Governator.
To be or not to be?
But we prefer to just call him Arnold.
But I'm all woman.
He's been a household name in America for over 3 decades, but he still hasn't managed to lose his Austrian accent.
Talk to the hand.
But as anyone who's ever watched his films will tell you, he is quite the cunning linguist.
You're fired.
W.H. Stratton here, and today we're talking about the best, most repeatable, yellable even, Arnold Schwarzenegger catchphrases.
I'll be back. I'll be back.
He might not be the first action hero to make a wisecrack while wasting a villain, but he definitely set a new standard against which all others are now judged. On your way to the chopper, be sure to hit that thumbs up icon, and subscribe to the channel so you'll know when we post new videos. Now it's time to stick around, let off some steam, and let us show you
What happened?
I'll be back.
I'll be back. I'll be back. I'll be back. I'll be back. I'll be back.
I'll Be Back has become so iconic that some of you may think it should have been saved for last, right?
Wrong.
It has appeared in one form or another in just about every film he's done.
No sequel for you.
And we believe in putting an X in the center square first.
Shut up.
It even became such a trope that it was parodied in Last Action Hero.
I'll be back. Ha! You did not gonna say that, did you?
That's what you always say.
Would a cyborg assassin use a contradiction? After all, it gave Data plenty of trouble on Star Trek The Next Generation, but that was clearly not a problem for Skynet. Honorable mention goes to Get Out.
Get out. Get out. Get out. Get out.
Which is always good advice when there's a Terminator around. Arnold needs some new threads. Skynet might have successfully conquered contradictions, but they didn't solve the problem of clothing until the sequel.
Your clothes. Give them to me.
The T-1000 and later models were liquid metal shapeshifters, but the Cyberdyne Systems Model 101 was a different story. You might recognize Bill Paxton as one of the punks that gets wasted, and Brian Thompson went on to play the Night Slasher in Cobra a few years later. The Terminator seems to like leather, so it makes sense to put him in a biker bar for the sequel.
I need your clothes, your boots, and your motorcycle.
At the beginning of Rise of the Machines, he walks into a different kind of bar.
Take off your clothes.
In T2, a teenage John Connor coaches his Terminator on slang to help him blend in.
Chill out. Dickwad, no problemo. I need a vacation.
And it was a mixed bag of results.
Get down.
By the third film, he was clearly getting the hand of it.
Talk to the hand.
Censored.
Hey, buddy, you got a dead cat in there or what?
Whoops, nope, can't say that. T1 included another iconic catchphrase, but it's not quite suitable for broadcast. It does appear in most of Arnold's movies, and it's 3 words long if you feel like looking it up. Here's a PG-13 version.
Bullshit. 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 Bullshit.
What is best in life? Before he was a Terminator, Arnold was Conan the Barbarian, who answers one of life's oldest questions.
To crush your enemies, see them driven before you, and to hear the lamentation of their women.
That's the way most of us feel when we deal with rush hour traffic. And Conan also uttered another iconic catchphrase that found its way into several more of his films.
Grant me revenge. And if you do not listen, then the hell with you.
Commando. After The Terminator, Arnold agreed to star in Commando because it gave him the chance to play something besides a caveman or a cyborg. And honestly, Commando might be the most catchphrase-rich film of all time, with plenty of scenes that made us laugh out loud too.
If Matrix was here, he'd laugh too.
Cheers fans might remember Dan Hedaya as Carla's deadbeat husband Nick Tortelli, but in Commando he plays a ruthless dictator leading an army of pissant soldiers from the fictional Banana Republic of Val Verde. Before the big showdown with Bennett in the film's final act, Matrix has plenty of memorable exchanges with Arius' thugs. Sully is played by David Patrick Kelly, who you might remember from The Warriors, and he hits it right off with Matrix.
You're a funny guy, Sully.
Unfortunately, you can't always take Matrix at his word.
Remember, Sally, when I promised to kill you last? I lied.
Matrix also discreetly kills a man in first class before they even get off the ground.
Don't disturb my friend. He's dead tired.
The next stop is a cheap motel where Matrix and Cook fight to the death and proceed to trash the room worse than Motley Crue.
I ate green berets for breakfast. And right now I'm very hungry.
We also discover that Matrix is bilingual during the big battle scene. And the film's pivotal boiler room brawl with Bennett is absolutely action-packed, and it goes back and forth before Matrix vanquishes his foe with a wisecrack.
Let off some steam, Bennett.
Personally, I would have kept Bennett alive long enough to get an explanation for that chainmail vest. You look gorgeous, you look gorgeous. Predator. Schwarzenegger claims that "get to the choppa" is his personal favorite catchphrase from all of his films.
Get to the chopper!
Before Dutch and his gang square off against Predator's title character, he wastes a few more pissant soldiers along the way.
Stick around. Knock, knock.
The Running Man. In The Running Man, Arnold played Ben Richards, a wrongfully convicted soldier from the future who becomes an unwitting contestant in a game show of types. The show is hosted by a real game show legend, Richard Dawson, but the lovely parting gift is death. Did you know the movie actually inspired the real and decidedly less lethal action game show American Gladiators? And it included a grand prize showcase of incredible catchphrases.
Keep it down! He had to split. One of us is in deep trouble. I don't do requests. Well, that hit the spot.
Red Heat. Arnie teamed up with SNL alum Jim Belushi for Red Heat in '88, playing a straight-laced Soviet policeman pursuing a drug kingpin through the mean streets of Chicago. Many of the film's bits focused on the culture and language barriers that Ivan Danko encountered in the Windy City.
I do not want to touch his ass.
Buddy cop films always feature scenes where new partners feel each other out and compare the size of their, equipment. Red Heat also featured a dig against both Smith and Wesson, as well as one of its most legendary enthusiasts. Ivan must be feeling lucky.
Who is Dirty Harry?
Twins. Arnold Schwarzenegger famously switched gears and started playing leading roles in some comedies, with he and Danny DeVito being perfect twins. And Arnold is a fish out of water, and we get to watch him struggle to fit in.
Cookies? I'm really looking forward to tossing them.
I did nothing. The pavement was his enemy.
Kindergarten Cop. In Kindergarten Cop, Detective John Kimball is fresh out of Leeds when he has to pose as a school teacher to track down a fugitive's child.
I want to ask you a bunch of questions. Who is your daddy and what does he do?
Kimball is a seasoned cop with plenty of experience pursuing dangerous criminals, so working with kindergartners should be easy, right? Arnold faces his toughest enemies yet in Kindergarten Cop, and wasting them simply isn't an option this time.
It's not a tumor. Bring the toy back. Bring the toy back to the carpet. Bring it back to the carpet.
Last Action Hero. A young action movie buff takes a journey into the movie universe. Jack is as tough as they come, but the problem is that he's never heard of Arnold Schwarzenegger.
The famous comedian Arnold Schwarzenegger.
Last Action Hero is a decent popcorn flick, but it has the audacity to mock Arnold's career. Hey, that's our department.
Big mistake.
Batman and Robin. In 1997, Arnold co-starred in the extra campy Batman and Robin as the villainous Mr. Freeze, or as we like to call him, Mr. Dad Joke.
All right, everyone. Chill. The Iceman cometh.
Let's kick some ice.
What killed the dinosaurs? The Ice Age. Freeze in hell, Batman!
Holy bad puns, Batman. The comebacks you wish you thought of. We've all had those times when we got tongue-tied in an argument, only to think of a great comeback a few hours later or a few years. But that has never been an issue for Arnold Schwarzenegger.
Consider that a divorce.
You should not drink and bake.
Look who's talking.
Leave anything for us?
Alright, that's our look at Arnold's top catchphrases. And don't you worry, he currently has several movies in production, including The Legend of Conan and Triplets. Director Ivan Reitman died in early 2022, but the Schwarzenegger has confirmed production will continue, re-teaming with Danny DeVito and adding their long-lost third brother. Originally, it was supposed to be Eddie Murphy, but he had to drop out for commitment's sake. So we got another SNL alum, great, and it's Tracy Morgan. I'm happy, but not Eddie Murphy. But hell, I'm sure it'll be loaded down with great one-liners. So now it's your turn. Get in the comments and you tell me the best Arnold Schwarzenegger catchphrase. Did we leave one out? And who's another actor with a slew of catchphrases that we can document? As always, please give us a thumbs up and make sure you're subscribed to the channel. And make sure you'll be back so we can keep telling you
Hasta la vista, baby.
What happened?